is a new live TV streaming option competing with Sling, YouTube TV, Hulu. What does Philo have on all these other options if you're cutting the cord?
So Philo offers more than 60 live TV channels plus video on demand and an unlimited DVR for up to a year for just $25 a month. And the price is much lower than the other live TV options because it's no sports, no news, which removes a lot of the cost from the package.
No sports, no news ever? Or could that be in the future?
I mean, there's bits and pieces. We carry BBC World News and a few other things, but mostly, sports and news free.
Now, live TV hasn't changed that much in decades, and Philo is actually named after the inventor of television, Philo Farnsworth.
Yes.
But you have some big ideas about how you want to innovate and make live TV better. Tell us about those.
The experience of TV for most people hasn't changed a lot. Part of what we do is we do all the obvious things. We make it so you can sign up really easily over the internet. You can get it on any device, your phone, your connected TV device, your tablet, your computer. We offer a cloud DVR so you can record as much as you want and watch it on any device you have. But there's lots more fundamental things that we're really excited about. You know, for example, the whole model of a TV channel, which was based on, an antenna being on the tallest hill around, literally broadcasting the signal out. The technology has really advanced a lot, but the experience of television really hasn't. So when you're watching a TV channel, why can't you just skip to the next thing that's on, like a Pandora radio station or a Spotify station, instead of having to wait an hour until another program comes on? How can we make TV more social? How can we make it easier to share and experience with other people?
So you are one of the early Facebook co-founders. What does making TV more social look like?
Well, people talk about television more than they talk about just about anything else. I used to say except politics, except I think politics has gotten a lot more boring recently. So TV maybe is back on top. But there's really no way to engage in that conversation through the products that you use to watch TV. There's no way to share the content. There's generally no way to watch it with other people. There's no way to engage in a conversation other than through like Twitter, where you're just sort of, in the same mass public square as everything else. And so creating features within the product to allow you to do that sharing and support that conversation, I think is a brand new experience.
So what's your view on the original content wars right now and who wins, whether it's Netflix, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, or any one of the other pluses, or whether there'll be consolidation?
I think there has to be consolidation because people really don't want to have 10 different apps that they sign up for with 10 different logins and 10 different billing credentials and all having to manage it all themselves. I think it's really overwhelming for people. I mean, I think the really, on the plus side, the quality of the content that's being created for television has never been better, and I think that's a huge win for consumers, but absolutely there needs to be a simplification.
Now I have to ask, because people are also talking about Facebook, and given your early role in the company, what's your take on some of the latest controversies, and how do you think Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg are living up to their global and very complex responsibilities?
I mean, I think it's really tough. I think if you were anyone who was managing a service that billions of people are using in all kinds of different ways, you're going to have some really complicated issues to deal with. I mean, I haven't been full-time at the company in 15 years, so I'm not really hands-on with those challenges directly, but I'm sure it's like there's a lot of tricky things to figure out in terms of how to manage that service.
Do you think Facebook is too big to govern itself?
I mean, it's not, I feel like, you tell me, what do you think?
Well, I think there's definitely questions about it. Look, tell us what you want to learn, how you want to, are there any mistakes you don't want to make when building Philo, given what you learned at Facebook, quickly?
I mean, I think that I don't know that there's real, so much has changed from the company from when I was there that, it's hard to really say any of the decisions that I was a part of. I would have necessarily, learned a lot about how to do it differently now. I mean, I do think you have to be really thoughtful when you're building a service that's a big part of people's lives, which, Facebook is, and also what Philo is. You have to be really thoughtful about how you design it so you're being a responsible, ethical sort of steward of people's kind of time and their engagement. And I think that's something that we take really seriously at Philo.